We fast forward ahead here to 149 pounds. Couple of freshmen, Brody Grothus for Iowa, Caleb Ervin for the Illini. You see the record 6 and 4 respectively, and 19 and 8.
Grothus in on a pretty deep single leg shot, but right at the critical moment just kind of kept his shoelaces flat, didn't walk up into it, and just waited for 2 or 3 seconds before he went back into it. And you know that can't do that at this level. Nice another little shot there by Ervin. Oh, there's a headlock. Big move. And he's going to go ahead and get the. I don't know if the official has given up the 2 points. No points yet. Given the benefit of the doubt. It's an Illinois wrestler. Nice job of fighting here by Ervin. Now Grothus is going to come the other direction. Really nothing for it, and he's going to find himself squared up, which is an amazing position to be in, really. He might even find a way for himself to score on a single leg right there. Wow, great action. This Kentucky boy has got some fight in him.
Caleb Ervin from Morganfield, Kentucky, Union County High School. That reverse headlock, Jim, to his back about 15 seconds into the match, but he's flipped the script here, now trying to get a takedown of his own.
Well, he's not out of the woods yet, but now he's in a situation where he can almost turn the corner. He's going to go face to shoelace. And he's going to get the 2. He's got the legs locked. The referee's going to get probably the benefit of the doubt to the wrestler underneath, but that position has improved, and that's 2.
I was going to say, now he's got the leg hook. That's got to be 2, and there is the signal by the official, and a great scramble by Caleb Ervin from the headlock to your back to on top of the 2-point takedown. That's a new one.
That was well called, though. I don't think that, you can tell that he didn't have the, control, even though he was on his back for a split second and probably at a 45-degree angle. There still was no control given.
Now you do have each team is afforded 1 challenge. Saw Iowa use it last week. See if it doesn't appear that Iowa coaches earn any spot to challenge that, so they'll take the 2 points, and it's going to be a 2-0 lead right now for Caleb Ervin. Has a big win over Dylan Ness, the NCAA runner-up, a couple of matches ago, and
right now he's still on the mat. He's had a tilt locked up, not enough real estate to work with there, and they're going to go off. Boy, great scramble.
Caleb Ervin, a major decision over Dylan Ness in their dual meet, 11-3.
Critical juncture, and Ervin is very comfortable. See how he's got the saddle on right there? He's got his hips up on top. That's what he's battling right there. And now Grothus has an advantage situation with being able to thread that right arm through. He's able to thread that right arm through, but what he's not doing, he's not getting up. You need to get up. You can't put your head on the mat right there and expect to go ahead and compete in that situation. You can't lay the head down, and that's a big ride-out situation. Here's the replay. Look at this headlock right here. Are there points? Probably not, because that right arm is through there. Not around back behind it. Boy, what a good job of fighting off his back. I mean, it's 50-50 as far as the control. The referee decided not to give it, but what a battle to get yourself back in and get a takedown.
So Ervin goes down to start this second period. Dad wrestling collegiately at Southern Illinois. My favorite line on Caleb Ervin, Jim, you'll have to explain this one to me, his hobby, reciting poetry. It must be like the calm before the storm when you step out onto the wrestling mat.
He's hanging around with the ladies, man. That could be the only explanation.
That's what I was missing in college. I only stepped into the library a little more.
I was there all the time. So anyway,
now Ervin's
got an
here.
advantage position and gets another reversal. I like what he did there to get out of the legs. Kind of flopped Grothus off to the side and improved his position. Now look what he tries to do here, Joe. He's going to go try to turn the head, kind of turn the face. If he can turn the face, the rest of the body will follow because he's got the hips turned. So he's got the hips turned, all right? Doesn't have the shoulders, but he's going to focus on turning the face. Yeah, that's tough duty for Grothus. They're going to call it potentially dangerous, or a scream-out situation there.
Ervin with well over a minute of riding time now, so he's got that in the back pocket momentarily with 58 seconds to go in this second period.
This Ervin's turned into a big meat guy, you know?
They were open some eyes when he knocked out Major Dylan Ness up in Minneapolis a couple of weeks ago in that dual meet.
Yeah, I don't think Dylan was probably feeling up to par, but he was definitely showed what he had the potential, and you know, here's a little ball and chain action right there. He's got the arm locked, and he's got the wrist tied up through the crotch right there. Ball and chain. I wouldn't be surprised to see him roll. Now he's going to let go of the wrist.
Well, we were watching the Michigan-Ohio State match with our friend TJ before we came on. We saw the spladle there in the Ohio State match, close to another one there.
You don't see that too often.
Final 15 seconds of this second period. Very dominant performance by Caleb Ervin, fighting off, as Jim showed you, the headlock. No points, and he's rallied for 4 unanswered from that near disaster early on in the match.
Well, that's just competing. You know, that's
you have to wonder if it kind of broke Grothus a little bit. He's probably thinking he's up 4-0 here, 20 seconds into the match. He gets no points out of it. Now he finds himself in a big hole going into the third period.
Well, Grothus is a thrower. I mean, we've seen him a couple times. We've seen him in these bouts. He's tried to go up there, up top for the big moves. We saw him wrestle Alton from Penn State, and he ended up, you know, kind of getting back into that match in the last 2 minutes. So you know he's got a pretty good gas tank.
A pair of redshirt freshmen. Grothus out of Assumption High School in Davenport, Iowa. Ervin from Morganfield, Kentucky, Union County High School. And this would be another match for Illinois to start building the momentum back. Tony Ramos with that pin. Big difference in this dual meet score right now. Those 3 bonus points for the Hawkeyes.
I think Ervin's going to try to work for the fall here all the way in the top position. He's got that arm trap behind the back. Okay, now look for him to advance. And when Grothus comes up, he's able to put that leg in.
And riding time, by the way, has been secured by Ervin. So go ahead and mark in 5-0. As Ervin, he's not thinking 5-0 now. He's thinking a turn here makes it bonus points, or even a pin with still plenty of time on the clock, a minute and change. 149 pounds, Caleb Ervin. He's won a couple of matches, had a major decision over Kiefer from Indiana, and then the shocker, the upset over Ness coming in here tonight. So he's got to feel like he can compete, Jim, on this big stage. A couple of conference victories coming in, including, as we told you, the huge one over Ness. Jim Heffernan's got to like what he's seeing here out of his redshirt freshman. Heffernan, the 4-time conference champ for the Hawkeyes, now on the side of the Illini.
Nice job by stopping Grothus' first move. Comes back in on the leg. Grothus is not afraid to try anything big, but Ervin's not giving him anything there, just hanging on that leg. And a pretty good job of competing by Ervin in this match. So
time's going to run out, and this is going to be an impressive victory, it appears, for Caleb Ervin. It's going to be 5-0. And Ervin's going to make this dual meet a little more interesting than maybe some people thought as we hit 4 matches in. A 5-0 victory. Caleb Ervin, the redshirt freshman, wire to wire over Brody Grothus of Iowa.